Welcome back everybody to Tabletop Tactics and to our next game of Season 4 of the League. Today we have two combatants facing off against each other, eager to find victory after some difficult matchups and fighting for a place in the semi-finals. Will the speed of the Raven win out as Bard, with his new vengeful additions to his list, takes on the maneuverability and cunning of Ed and his Genestealer cults? With it all still to play for, only one can reign victorious.
Emerging from their prepared positions, the Genestealer cult are back for their third league game. The road to the Day of Ascension has been fraught with difficulty, actually. We've been oppressed, we've been knocked around by Chef's Necrons, smashed by the Grey Knights of Titan, but hopefully we're going to make some improvements today. I've been thinking about my list and I've made a few tweaks, really enjoying the process actually of kind of playing really challenging competitive games and reflecting and moving forward from there. So hopefully we will be able to find a victory today. Now, what have I got on my list today? So I've got an Abominant still as my Warlord. I've made a slight adjustment here. I've subbed out Inscrutable Cunning for Prowling Adjutant. I found this to be generally a little bit more useful. It's quite good being able to back away and deny an opponent an early charge, especially against the Aberrants and Abominants, as hardy as they may be. I've also got a Primus. This is a mainstay of any competitive Genestealer cult list. It's just so powerful being able to re-roll your hits, particularly if you combo that with the ambush and sustained and all the other tricks that you can do. And he's going to be running around with 20 neophytes with seismic cannons and 4 webbers, which are great to fish for those devastating wounds. Now, this is such a good unit that when it comes to competitive 40k, what do? Well, you take another one. So I've got a second Primus from my own collection and another 20 neophytes with seismic cannons. So I'm just really hoping that this unit that works really well is going to be able to dish out some damage and stick around on the table. Now, unfortunately, the Kellamorph has not made it to the third league game. He's out, I'm afraid. Subbed in for an excellent kind of equivalent character, the Reductus Saboteur. Does exactly the same thing as the Kellamorph in terms of being a great utility piece to sort of drop on the board to do teleport homers and all sorts of things like that. But actually, the damage output of a Reductus Saboteur is so much better. Essentially, if anyone gets too close, she can go bloop and set off a bomb and do 3 mortal wounds with the possibility of D3 extra. So that's a hard one to pass up. So I'm sorry, Kellamorph, you're out and the Saboteur is in. Onto the battle line, I've got 2 units of 10 Acolytes with, you guessed it, demo charges. So destructive, so powerful. Now onto my other units, I've got 2 units of Ridge Runners. I'm running them separately to give me a little bit more versatility and a bit more maneuverability. Again, they are going to be firing out heavy mining laser shots, which is fine. It can do some damage, but really they are there to dish out the crossfire rule to give me an extra pip of AP for other units that are shooting into that target. And lastly, I've got 10 Genestealers. The advance and charge is fantastic, and I think they're really good in the first battle round for just slowing down an opponent and hopefully dealing out a little bit of damage as well. So there we go, 2,000 points of Genestealer cults. I've loved the league so far, and I've been really looking forward to this matchup against James and his Ravenwing.
It's been an interesting road for the Ravenwing thus far. Look, I know I took something themed, but that's just who I am as a person. I don't really buy into going full text lists, so I had to pick a theme to sort of help me even just get through doing the league in general, and it's been a really fun list thus far. However, it has had 2 pretty rough matchups, and as of today, it now has an extra 300 points. Yeah, I mean, that is the risk of taking something that's so close to Codex releases. Obviously, until the MFM comes out and it all gets sort of balanced out, you do end up with these weird kind of points differentials. So that's just how it's worked out. I haven't added like intercessors or anything like that into the list. I have doubled down on the theme because I've had 2 games of this kind of list. So I kind of want to keep the theme going as we progress. So I have added 2 land speeder vengeances. It's a lot of extra firepower, it's a lot of extra speed, but on the table when it's all together, it just looks really cool, and I'm enjoying the fact it is all Ravenwing. So the list then is still 3 units of Ravenwing Black Knights, all 6 bike squads. 3 Ravenwing command squads, 1 with the Master of Maneuver, 1 with the Recon Hunter, and 1 with Mounted Strategist, just to make them as flexible as possible. It is 2 Nephilim Jet Fighters, and it is 2 Storm Speeder Thunder Strikes. It all works together really nicely, and I've had 2 super close games, so I'm hoping the extra 300 points will be really, really helpful for this list. That said, of the matchups that could have happened in the heat, I have had some really rough ones, and Genestealers are tough. There's a huge amount of attrition you're going to have to sort of work around. They can keep coming back, but I'm hoping the speed of the Raven will allow me to sort of close down those blips and also mount the pressure on those units, and hopefully with the firepower I have, get rid of them as well. It's going to be very interesting, this one. Wish me luck, guys, and hopefully I'll hang on, white-knuckled like the Raven.
Would you like to be part of a global community of players who battle it out, recording your games and scoring points to increase your ranking in an ongoing league? Well, now you can bring the excitement of events right to your home, local shop or club in the Tabletop Tactics League. It's completely free to join and start playing now. Just download our mobile app from the Apple or Google Play stores, create a free account and register your faction. With faction locking for the season, there's no meta chasing the latest and greatest army, just mastering the faction you love in a like-minded community that wants to have fun. Once you've decided on a faction and a list, you can battle it out amongst friends or seek new challenges, including us right here in the studio. Just find an opponent who is also in the league and record the game results in our app. Submitting your scores couldn't be easier. Once you've finished your game, find the league season you're playing in and search for your opponents. You then input the total victory points scored, and your opponent then checks the scores and inputs their player pin to verify the results. Once updated, you can scroll through the league rankings and see your new placings on the leaderboard. With rules of engagement that are designed to be simple and fun, each season's rule pack will be organically updated as required and available to view in our app or on our website. So what are you waiting for? There's never been a better time to download our app. Get ready to slay the meta and join the Tabletop Tactics League now.
Well, hello, Mr. Ed.
Hello.
This is very exciting.
Yes. Welcome to my scrap village.
Yeah,
You seem
very lovely.
You seem to have arrived with lots of extremely high-tech, archaeo-tech,
someone's
Raven
told us
hardware.
that you're harbouring a fallen, and we've gone full whack, and we must destroy you.
Yeah.
Even if it's a complete misunderstanding, because if it's wrong, we'll just bury the evidence. That's how the Dark Ages work. But no,
It's like the last time and the time before that.
And the time before that. And what is odd is I now have 2 land speeder vengeances. Hopefully one will become the hero of Kvatch. I'm not sure if you're aware of this bit of TT lore, but every time I run the land speeders, normally one survives on a wound for way longer than it needs to.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I'll summon the hero of Kvatch.
I'll look forward to that.
But we will have to just wait and see. We also need to see who is going first. You've
Yes.
done some redeploys.
I have.
And you've sent some stuff back up into Deep Strike.
2 big units of neophytes and the Primus.
Very scary for me. But we'll find out who's going first before we do any scout moves or anything like that. Please, my good sir.
Oh dear.
A 2. Interessant. A 6. I believe I'll be going first. Because I have to. Turn 1 for the Dark Angels. An interesting draw. I've got to bring it down and extend battle lines. I am likely going to be using my first CP on Hunter's Trail to make that objective sticky, so I can move forward with the bikes but then still get the points for extend, which would be very, very nice.
Sticky Hunter's Trail.
Yeah, they just do a little donut on it and then zoom off. That's how I understand it anyway. They just put a little raven nest on it. I will be putting Oath of Moment on this Ridge Runner here.
Okay.
I believe I'll be able to get some land speed of vengeance is in range of it, but because it's really far away, I'm not going to have a lot of firepower. I kind of want to upgun it as much as possible.
Yep.
Other than that, I think I'm going to try and be really aggressive because, you know, hashtag Speed of the Raven. With 5 on their advance, the scouting unit of bikes zoom all the way around to bring their guns into rapid fire of the pesky Genestealers. Speed of the Raven! This command squad and the Black Knights are just moving into the centre of the board. Their guns aren't quite in range to help out too much with any of my main targets, so they're going to start making their way towards this Servo Skull objective for future turns. Beep, beep. An interesting manoeuvre here, but advancing. The land speed of vengeance ends up over here. The Thunderstrike comes up to assist. The Ravenwing on the move. This land speed of vengeance also advancing. Whoa, that was a bit of a move. Maybe he's the hero of Kvatch. Over to here. This Thunderstrike moving over to here to get a bead onto the Ridge Runner. The plane moves forward, and then I'm going to do some deep strikes. Well, strategic reserves, but that's my army rule, so I'm allowed. That's the end of my movement phase. It is now on to shooting. I have brought in some bikes over here with Master of Maneuver, so I can count it as one battle round higher, which is very nice. So there they are, hanging out. They're just on the edge of that objective, trying to be as far away from the aberrants as possible. I think it's like an 11 if you move towards me, because they scare me, something chronic. Good. Yeah, that is their job, I suppose, isn't it? They are abhorrent. Right, the Thunderstrike over on that flank is going to shoot into my Oath of Moment target with its long-range weaponry. I won't be able to get the Storm Furies in. I will, no, not the Icarus rocket pods won't be able to get in. I will be starting with the Storm Fury. The Thunderstrike allows Talon shots. I have got Oath of Moment, which is very nice, but I hit on 2s anyway, because I am a Storm Speeder Thunderstrike. Oh, good. That's 2 hits. To wound you, what is your toughness, sir? 7. It'll be 3s to wound here. That is a single wound with the Thunderstrike Las Talon at -3. Huh. Yes! Very nicely done, my good
Mr.
sir.
Ridge Runner.
Mr. Ridge Runner. The Storm Fury missile, I can re-roll.
OTs.
It does hit. To wound you, it'll be 3s. That is a wound, again at -3, my good man. Oh, very nice. Excellent manoeuvring from the Ridge Runner. I did shoot the, not the Storm Fury, I keep getting my words jumbled. The Icarus rocket pod into the Genestealer. Did kill 1. You did. Which is nice. The Land Speed of Vengeance now is going to shoot everything into the Ridge Runner, including the Heavy Bolter, because I was hoping to do a little bit of damage to him. So we'll see how this goes. And he's been marked. He has been marked indeed. Now you are my Oath of Moment target, which is very nice. So I do hit you all the times. To wound you will now be 2s because of the Thunderstrike. And re-rolling because it's twin linked, which is very nice. So that is 6 wounds, my good man.
That's terrifying.
They are at -3.
That is terrifying. How many damage are they each?
They're only 2. They used to be 3. Oh, sorry, I've hurt your men.
Okay, I need to make a number of these. I make 2.
You do make a good man.
2, 4, 6, 8. So you get it on the button.
On the button.
Do I go kaboom just for fun? I do not. I fall into a wet heap. I don't know why it's wet.
I like because you were dodging the other ones. I like to think you've gone so fast. Yeah, guy's actually just passed out from his donuts.
Pulled too many G's.
I did roll my hazardous for my Land Speed of Vengeance. He is okay. But I'm overcharging with my Black Knights into the Genestealers. 2 are out of rapid fire, but they'll all be hitting on the same and wounding on the same, so I'm getting them all at once just to make life easier. It's a lot of shots. A relative number of misses, but all right shooting overall. I will not be winning on 2s because of the overcharge, which is very nice. Couple of 1s in there. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 wounds at -3, my good sir.
Well, let's go straight onto my invuln then.
It will indeed, yes.
5s! So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all dead! They're all dead! Oh dear. Oh, but let's see now if they come back. So they come back on 4s. They do come back.
Very nice. On to the next Thunderstrike on this side. It is going into the Ridge Runner to see if it can light the way for the rest of the forces. The Thunderstrike Las Talon does hit you both times. The Thunderstrike Las Talon wounds you no times. No, it doesn't. The Storm Fury missile.
Great news.
It hits you. The Storm Fury missile also doesn't wound you, but that's okay because he has done his job. Okay. Now a cheeky Icarus rocket pod. It does hit you. The Icarus rocket pod. Now that does wound you, and that is at -1 and 2 damage on your Ridge Runner.
Oh, he's okay.
Very nicely done, but I have marked you. Land Speed of Vengeance number 2 is going to shoot at the Ridge Runner. I like this little teamwork these guys are doing, the Storm Speeder and the Land Speeder. Being friends. Plasma battery and everything is going to go into the Ridge Runner just to see if I can kill it dead. I will be hitting you with 3s. There's no Oath of Moment here, so I miss you a few times. Good. But it will be 2s to wound re-rolling. That is 3 wounds at -3.
6s! Oh, there's one there.
Nice! They are 2 damage pops. That's 4 damage thus far. The
He's
heavy
50%
bolter.
dead.
One shot with a heavy bolter. This guy maybe isn't the hero of Kvatch, but that is a wound with a heavy bolter.
That's -1. Oh dear.
Another 2 damage.
I've only got 2 left, James.
The Black Knights on this flank are going to try to see if they can finish off the Ridge Runner. I am getting the +1 to wound, which is very nice from the Thunder Strikes. I'm not electing to overcharge.
Okay.
Ooh, I know. I'm sorry, everyone. That's not too bad shooting, though. It will then be 3s to wound you, which will be quite nice.
Yep.
Because that cheeky +1. That is relatively respectable. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds at -2.
5s. Oh, are they damaged?
Just damage 1.
Okay.
It's a good effort.
Oh yeah, you've done it though. You've done it.
That was a great effort.
Do I go
though.
Babumba? I do not.
No, very well. The Nephilim Jet Fighter on this flank is going to shoot its small arms fire. I say small arms fire. One of them is an Avenger Mega Bolter, but it's like smaller than
How
missiles.
small are your arms? They're not small. You've got big arms, James.
Just like Popeye. Oh, my, thank you, Ed. Thank you. The Mega Bolter and the Heavy Bolter will be going into these neophytes.
Fights, that's who they are.
No, and a Steeler's name. Over there, but the Black Sword missiles will be going into the Aberrant.
Okay.
I believe you were saying off camera you were thinking about doing one with the shadows, but you can't want to save your CP.
I do want to save my CP because otherwise I need to do something in my first turn because I can't deep strike everything else.
That makes complete sense. The Avenger Mega Bolter then into the neophytes. All that some sustained there, which is very nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not too shabby. To wound you, what is your toughness, sir?
Oh, 3.
Oh, it will be 3s to wound you here. Oh, I've thrown a dice. I'm terribly sorry. It's not twin linked or anything. No, it is not. Just sustained. That's nice. It would be absurd if it was also twin linked.
Okay.
That is. That was to wound you, wasn't it? Yeah. That is 5 wounds, my good sir, at -1.
Okay. 6 up saves. 4 die.
Not bad at all. A little, some raking firepower. The heavy bolter then into the same unit. Just the 1 hit there to wound you. That will be another wound.
And another 1 dies.
Not
That's
too
5 total.
Shabby. Right, so the Black Sword missiles into the Aberrant. Misses you both times.
Beautiful. Do your worst, James.
I will try. The Nephilim Jetfire, last bit of shooting, you'll be pleased to know, is going to shoot at the Aberrants.
Okay.
I will start with the Avenger Mega Bolter. Quite a few misses there. And a singular sustained.
Okay.
I have sustained the shooting.
I'm not feeling too bad about not spending that CP now.
Yeah, nice. What is the toughness of your
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
The toughness is greater though, it's -1.
Well, I do only wound you once.
Oh,
with the Avenger Mega Bolter.
Okay.
-1.
6 up. Go straight through. I'll do my
thumps.
I'll do my thumps and
one bit of damage.
1 wound.
The Heavy Bolter. That hits you all the time.
Yep.
The Heavy Bolter. This is twin linked, so I'll give it another go.
Okay.
That is 2 wounds from the Heavy Bolter. Again, -1. One is saved and another 2 damage there.
Okay. Hype. Another wound and another wound. So you kill 1.
Killed 1. Okay, cool. The Black Sword missiles. Now I'm going to ask the question I ask everyone. The Aberrants don't fly, do they?
Not very often. No. not unless they're hit by said missile.
Yeah, maybe. The Black Sword missiles hits you once. The Black Sword missile does wound you once.
I'm guessing that goes straight through.
It is -2. So wait, so your toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
So that is still a wound kit. Would be 3s and your -1. So that is a wound. This is at -2.
Okay. So it goes straight through.
D6 damage. 2. One's on a wound.
Yeah, 1's on a wound.
I'll take it. A good opening salvo from the Ravenwing. Managed to hamper the shooting that's going to return fire at me. Ed is using one with the shadows to take one of the units back up into deep strike, so we'll have to see where they come down. And there is a blip in my home territory, but I'm hoping to just be super aggressive and try and take all the server skulls and push them into Ed's territory. I don't know if that's the best call, but I have moved them in such a way that the bikes are quite firmly on them, so I can move them forward in subsequent turns. The one in the middle is a bit out in the open, and maybe I should have been more aggressive with those other unit of bikes to see if I could get onto it, but it was quite far away, so we just have to react to see what happens on that objective. Having the extra land speeders is making such a big difference to this list. It just gives me so much more firepower. I am liking how the list is performing, and this is a tricky one because of war of attrition. It's certainly a difficult one against Genestealers, but we'll have to see how we get on when we go into Ed's.
Hello.
Hello.
Genestealer, turn 1.
Yes.
I've drawn my secondaries. Engage on all fronts.
Yes, indeed.
I currently only have 5 models on the board.
You did take some people up into space.
I did.
Slash the dark.
So the people in space, deep striking.
Slash the dark.
Hopefully that will be okay for engaging all fronts. And I've also got a tempting target, and you have nominated this one.
Yes, the one. I think that's
buried
the hard one to
underneath
get.
motorcycles.
Buried underneath, yeah, a whole flotilla, a flock of ravens.
Yes. Good. So I'm going to do my movement phase and then drop my people in space onto the board.
Illuminate them once more.
The remnants of my neophytes move away from their heavy bolter blasted brethren to run over here behind the ruin. I've completed my movement phase, so I've just shimmied those neophytes along behind that ruin over there, and they've had 3 neophytes reinforce their position with my banner.
Very nice.
And over in your corner, James, 10 men have popped up over there as well.
Surprise!
Yes, and most importantly, the aberrants and their abominant leader.
They scare me.
So they're 9 inches away from
Indeed.
the Ravenwing. I need to make this charge, or I've been reliably informed by the Servo Skull that this will probably be the quickest turn in TT history.
Don't let them get in your head.
Okay, 9.
Ooh, no, it's a 7. Oh, you got CP.
CP, I'm going to spend my CP. I need this charge. Oh, that's very disappointing. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Very quick there. So I did manage to net, engage on all fronts.
You did indeed. I mean, it made sense to try and go for the charge, because if you did have a good chance of getting the tempting target.
Yes.
So it all does make sense.
Yes. So a brutal first battle round for the Genestealer cult. Ultimately, I forward deployed my Ridge Runners and my Genestealers, really hoping to get that first turn so that I could get onto those Servo Skulls and maybe start shooting some of those scary Ravenwing vehicles. But it was not to be. I lost my Ridge Runners, I lost my Genestealers. But I do still have an enormous amount of stuff in Deep Strike, which is really scary. Don't forget that I've got both Primuses, which are seriously punchy, and I've also got the Demo Charge Acolytes. But I am just going to have to wait and weather the storm in my second turn to see what happens. But I don't have very much on the board. So even though James is going to basically be able to do what he wants and drive around, he's not going to be killing any more stuff, which is the good news. I will also mention that I have dropped a tempting target, so I'm going to get a CP for my next go.
Turn 2 for the Dark Angels. I'm putting Oath of Moment on the Aberrants. They are abhorrent to me and I want to hurt them. Do I want to kill them all? I don't know. That's the fun thing about Genestealers. You never know what you quite want to do. I've drawn my cards. I did draw Storm Hostile Objective and Cleanse, but I have spent a CP to get rid of Storm Hostile and have got Area Denial, which is a good time to get it. So I'm quite happy with that draw. I'm going to try and hang on to that extra CP just to see if I can do some things maybe later in your turn and play it defensively. But otherwise I'm going to be relatively cagey to see if I can really hurt the Aberrants.
Yes.
Because there is a Prowling Adjutant amongst us, I'm actually going to go really aggressive with these bikes. So even if the Prowling Adjutant does come off, I will still be in rapid fire with my Plasma Tannins. This unit of Black Knights moves forward for the Area Denial. Whee! Bringing extra firepower to bear, the Landspeeder Vengeance moves forth to hold the objective and shoot down some Aberrants. The Thunderstrike then shuffles around to here to start creating a big bubble of Deep Strike Denial away from my bikes. The Nephilim Jet Fighter, whee, flying over this way to turn off the blip. Because he's in hover mode, he loses the aircraft keyword, which is nice for him. These Black Knights with a 5 on their advance are moving over to here. Again, I'm trying to make like a big cordon of no deep strike, no please, no thank you very much. Whee! Meh. The Thunderstrike shuffles round to potentially cleanse and also increase the flock of ravens blocking the skies. Landspeeder Vengeance is going to start proceedings. There's a few things going on, so I am cleansing over here with the Thunderstrike and cleansing in the middle. You are popping your stratagem of...
I'm going to go one with the darkness, and I'm also going to go to ground, because I'd like my aberrants to survive.
Oh, it's abhorrent! Nice, it makes complete... I mean, it makes complete sense. This is genuinely terrifying.
I need to be able to roll my dice. And for that, I need to see.
Your monoculars.
It's a biologus.
Right, Gen enhanced sight. So I'll start with the Landspeed of Vengeance. He is within 12, but still getting a nice deep strike bubble, which is very, very nice.
-1 to hit.
-1 to hit, which will be nice. Into your aberrants.
Oh, goodness.
Oath of Moment.
Oh, yikes. Oh.
Okay, so I missed you the one time. To wound you
Stealth
here.
paying off there.
It will be 4s to wound you because of your general
Hulking bodyguard.
abhorrent nature, but I've rolled abhorrently.
No.
That is 6 wounds, -3, my good sir.
Okay, so I do have a 6-up embalm. Hopefully I'll get some 6s. Okay,
Not
so...
bad, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we'll roll the
We'll do the
Feel
Field
No
of Pains in a second, and then we can work that all out.
Yep.
Just the Heavy Bolter, we can work that out as well. The Heavy Bolter, all sustained, and for the moment, it is just 3 hits. To wound you here will be, it's not twin linked, so it's just the 10 damage. Let's do the Field of Pains.
So, after my Feel No Pains, 2 aberrants are dead and everyone else is completely healthy. They've been taking their vitamins. But there's more shooting.
There is more shooting.
Okay.
The bikes now are going to be using Talon Strike because you've got a character in the unit, which will give me +1 to wound against your unit.
Okay, so that negates Hulking Bodyguard.
Exactly, so we'll be back down to 3s to wound you now.
Okay.
Oti Moti and all the rest of it, which is very nice for Jim Jam.
Heavens above!
Some good shooting. Good.
Yep.
Oh, actually, 3s are misses, aren't they? Because you are stealthy.
But oats.
But oats.
Yeah.
I've been eating my oats here. That makes me healthy as well. To wound you. Oh, that's gone rather well. Okay. Cool. There are a few 1s in there, but that's all okay. Yeah. Right, it will now be 3s to wound you because of the plasma and the Talon Strike and all that good jazz.
Okay.
So, okay. It's respectable.
It's coming out in the wash, as Chef says.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds. Again, these will be at -3.
Okay, so it's going to go onto the inbound again.
Yes, so...
Success! Oh, just the 1. Okay, so it's time to do some more Feel No Pains. And we'll be right back. Oh dear, another 3 aberrants have fallen under a fusillade of plasma fire, and another one has 2 wounds remaining. So they're chunky boys.
They are chunky boys indeed,
Yeah.
but very, very good shooting for the Ravenwing, good defending from the aberrants.
I tell you who's not that chunky are my neophytes.
Yeah, your neophytes. Yeah, the old jet fighter's got him in his sights. The Avenger Mega Bolter to start proceedings. That's okay. No sustained there, you'll be pleased to know.
They are pleased to hear this. As they are getting shot at by an anti-tank weapon. Bam, 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 bam.
That is 4 wounds on your neophytes. -1, 2 damage.
6s! Oh, hey!
Good.
2 are mush, but 2 are not.
To a fine paste. The finest of pastes. The Heavy Bolter hits you all the times. The Heavy Bolter and wounds you 3 times. Again, -1, damage 2.
Live! Oh, another 2 are reduced to Swiss cheese.
This seems excessive, but I'm going to shoot 2 Black Sword missiles at you now.
Leave them alone, James! Leave us alone! We are a peaceful people!
We made a lovely village! That is another wound. This is at -2 on the Black Sword missile.
Well, one of them has been reduced to a mist.
He took 5 bits of damage. He's turned into 5 bits of mist. Landspeed of Vengeance now. This guy over here is going to shoot at your neophytes. I'm sorry. The big cannon has missed you a few times.
Some warning shots.
The warning no, be very alarmed. I'm not overcharging. I know that's sad of me, but it does wound. Oh, it is twin linked. I wound you on 2s anyway. That's just 4 wounds.
We told you there are no fallen here. Leave us alone.
Yeah, we're not the fallen. And -2 on these.
Well, they're dead then, aren't they?
It is 1 damage, but I presume you haven't got 2 wounds as a neophyte.
No. They've checked their pockets. There are no extra wounds.
Sure,
there.
you're not a fallen. I've only fallen in your pockets. Right. The Heavy Bolter. It is sustained to wound you. This is not twin linked, I don't think. I don't know why I'm singing. That is just 1 wound on your neophytes there, -1. Oh.
Hey!
You could say that tree has fallen. So now for the time Yes, for the Nephilim jet fighter.
We have confirmed sighting of 6 fallen in the open, brother!
Kill them dead.
Definitely fallen!
I like to think as well that with the Dark Angels, as soon as they mention fallen, they're like, they can't control themselves. I'm not even a fallen. You look like a fallen to me. The Nephilim jet fighter into those poor neophytes. Oh, that is 1 sustained, but a few misses.
He's so angry.
He's
going everywhere.
Yeah, to wound you, that is 5 wounds there at -1.
My fallen power armor! 1 save, so you kill another 4.
Ooh, fallen.
Fallen!
The heavy bolter!
2 left.
Oh, that's just 2 hits. That is 1 wound.
Hump! Goo.
2 black sword missiles into the
Oh
last guy.
no!
And 1 hit. It's a wound.
Does the unit come back? It does.
Ooh, that's nice. Good turn that for the Dark Angels. I knew about the one with the shadows thing, so I wouldn't be able to get that much firepower onto the Aberrants. We'd like to have killed a couple more to sort of keep those bikes safe, because with the amount that are left, they do have a very good chance of being able to do the business onto that unit. I did contemplate charging, but I forgot to mention I did spend a CP on Hunter's Trail to make the objective those bikes were under sticky, so now I can move it forward for the purposes of servo skulls. So it does net me 5 points, which is very nice. And I got 2 for the 2 other servo skulls as well, moving them forwards, trying to create a big cordon with my ravens, just so then in future turns I can move forward and hopefully get some maximum primary early doors and then suffer the attrition, which is inevitable. I've moved in such a way that pretty much only Ed's deployment zone and my deployment zone will be where stuff can deep strike, and a lot of it behind line of sight, just to try and protect my bikes for as long as possible. There is the possibility of the unit that's at the front is going to take a lot of firepower this turn, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Oath at the moment is on the Aberrants, so if they move or declare a charge, I will overwatch them so I can re-roll my hits, which is very nice, to try and maximize the firepower. That's kind of where my head's at in terms of not charging them. I worried if I did charge, I might kill 1 or 2, but then they could just completely wipe the unit in return, because they are mega scary, and I don't want to be scared by them. So that's what I've done. So hopefully the sort of main part of the battlefield, except behind places where I can't be seen, is covered by my School of Ravens. School of Ravens? Flock of Ravens. Why do I always get fish and birds mixed up? I don't know anymore. Speed of the Raven.
James, you've fallen into my trap. You're exactly where I want you. Okay, so a few bits of admin. I've rolled Battle Shock for the 3 surviving neophytes and the Aberrants and the Abominant. They're fine. Morale is high. I'm not actually going to move anyone, because I don't. There's still Oath of Moment. They
are
Aberrants.
Indeed, yes.
So I don't want you to be re-rolling your misses.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one, that, because even if I start making the charge longer for yourself, it is a lot of firepower to potentially weather. So I think that's a good decision.
You've done some brilliant manoeuvres here, as is befitting of a member of the Ravenwing.
Thank you.
And screen me out from quite a lot of deep strikes. So you've limited my options, but I'm still in a position to do a lot of damage in my deep strike.
And score your secondaries, which are?
Oh yes, I've got defense stronghold, which is a good time, and area denial, which is pretty much denied to me, sadly. So the Genestealer cult have emerged underneath prepared positions, tarpaulins and things.
They were the sand.
Ambush!
Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah. So I've, as I said before, James has screened me very successfully. Also, my 10-man unit of acolytes with the demo charges.
He's a cheeky.
Very scary. Lawrence hates these guys.
Yeah, we were talking about it off camera. They're really, really powerful, especially because you can do the 3-inch deep strike things. You can still chuck your demo charges. You have brought a bike down to a single wound remaining with your hand flamers. I hand
flamered you, and they have come in 3 inches away from the bikers with tunnel crawlers.
Now chucking bombs at me.
Chucking bombs. I rolled pretty poorly for this, but I do have blast, and they are plus 3 d6. 21.
I'm spending a CP on Hour of Contempt. I don't rate their chances, so I rate these chances better, and hopefully they will pull through.
Cool. All right, hitting on 5s. Kaboom! Okay, this is exciting, James. This is exciting because when the Genestealer cult come in from an ambush, they get sustained.
Oh my goodness!
So that's some great news there.
That is good news for young Edward.
Once,
twice, 3, 4,
Times
5,
lady.
6. So that's actually quite nice. Right,
It came and rushed when you rolled, because you did roll quite low on your old
I did.
bombers.
Now I'm wounding you on 2.
You are indeed.
Kaboom! And I only see 1-1 there. So
Oh
that's pretty
no,
nice.
that's gone very well.
So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 on your armour of
4, 6,
contempt.
8.
13. Would be AP2 goes down to AP1.
Yes, 13. Speed of the Raven. Oh, it's not gone very well.
Right, 2 damage each.
Okay, it's not too bad. So that will kill a bike. That then kills a bike. Kills a bike. Kills a bike. Kills a bike. So I think that's
5
bikes. Ah!
Okay.
Yes.
So the explosives have been thrown, but they are hazardous demolitions. So
Oh, no!
let's see if there are any accidents. No,
they're happy.
Safety first. Everyone's all good. Okay, so let's move over to this neophyte blob with the Primus in your corner, shorting at the thunder.
Yeah, the Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike.
Storm Speeder Thunderstrike.
Okay, so we've got 16 Weber shots. We're trying to, I don't know, tangle you up and pull you out of the sky? I don't know.
That sounds reasonable.
So I could just basically 2 devastating wounds, James.
Oh, nice. What is the
That's all that
damage?
happened. Just one.
Oh, very well.
Okay, cool. So
And you did shoot your small arms as well off camera. I think you did 3 wounds, and I saved them.
you
with your
saved them,
little
yeah,
pistols and whatnot.
yes. And then I've got my Webers shooting at you now.
Oh, very well.
So there's a lot going on here because I will be re-rolling these, and there are sustained. So I'm just going to roll them, and then we'll come back to do the wounds. Ooh, yes, an exciting roll. Great, so I've calculated all of my seismic cannons, and I sustained 10 times. This is very exciting. But I am going to
Very sustainable.
I am going to be wounding you on 5s, which is a bit sad. So hopefully we'll be able to do well.
That looks pretty good.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Oosh.
14, I think. 14 at AP1.
Oh, blimey. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 AP1.
Yes.
Speed of the Raven. Oh, I've done quite well. What is the damage here?
Just, D3 each, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
have to do some
Oh,
calculating.
blimey, we'll have to do some calculating because quite a few have gone through there.
Okay.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 have gone through.
Ooh, exciting.
Blimey.
Shall I just roll these all at once? Yes,
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to. Here we go. All right. Ooh, okay, so that's 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's very disappointing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, you do destroy it.
Yay!
Does it explode? It doesn't explode.
Zub, 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 zub.
You have a Nexus in that unit.
Yeah.
That means you get to do something for free.
It's true. So the Nexus, using his battlefield analysis, gets to put a battlefield stratagem for free on the unit he's with. So I'm going to do Perfect Ambush for nothing.
Because it is the perfect ambush.
It is perfect.
And you have thus far killed 2 of my bikes.
I have. Auto guns can be nasty with Perfect Ambush on the ambush.
You've ambushed me perfectly.
Oh, yes. Now I'm going to Weber you 11 times,
I don't wanna
fishing
be
for
webbed.
6s.
Web me up.
Webs! That's just another 2 mortal wounds.
Oh,
Jolly good.
my stuff. And
Eat my
things.
stuff. Okay. Now 24 seismic cannon
Ooh.
things happening here.
Oh, these are
so the
great.
great thing about Perfect Ambush is you get +1 to hit. Oh. Yeah, which is good. So these guys are going to be hitting on
Is it?
4s, which is just as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I need to calculate sustains here as well. So, and I need to re-roll these dice. So we'll be back. Oh,
You've killed unit Black Knights and killed the Banner Man. I can bring the Banner Man back with the Apothecary, but the unit of bikes is dead.
Yes.
Good shoot in their text. There's a lot of damage in the old seismic cannons. The 3 wounds definitely helped the bikes.
yeah.
And
And massively helped by having the Primus to re-roll and the Nexus to give me perfect
Once you
ambush.
get that momentum, it's a real punch.
It's
But,
nice.
Nicely done.
So the last thing that I'm going to do now, hopefully, is get these aberrants and their vomit friends into combat with your champion. It is, because I've killed all the bikes at the front, it is a 9-inch charge.
9-inch charge.
I don't have any re-rolls. Oh dear. I think I rolled, isn't that the same thing I rolled the last 2 times?
I feel like it is. I
We
feel
only
very
go 6 inches. Well, that was good fun, wasn't it? Love a cult ambush. And what I really enjoy about cult ambushes at the moment, especially with the right combinations with tunnel crawlers and the demolition charges and the Primus Nexus neophyte combos, you can do some real damage. And I've taken a great big chunk out of James's bike squadrons. Will it be enough? We'll have to see. I'm gonna let you in on something here. I think at the end of term 3, we're going to be in Gambit territory. So stand by.
3 for the Dark Angels. And I got quite a good draw. I drew behind enemy lines and capturing the outpost. What is that? You wanted to use a CP?
What?
Let me take a moment with my monocle. Very dashing.
I was listening, honest. Yes, so your cards are very good, aren't they?
They're quite nice.
Yeah, they do fall into your hands.
Yeah, I am probably going to put Oath of Moment on your big block of Genestealers.
Okay, well, I will need a CP then, probably to do one with the darkness,
Quite
to keep them
possibly.
alive.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Behind enemy lines. Now, these bikes are moving forwards. We are aware of the potential overwatch, but we will capture this enemy outpost. Absolute devastation! Potentially a mistake from me. I didn't realise quite how aggressively good they were in Overwatch. We did get a whole unit of Black Knights.
Yes!
Which is creating lots of problems for me, but I have a plan to deal with them. This unit are advancing round to bring more guns to bear because I am aware that you can be one with the shadows, one with the darkness.
Yes, one with the darkness.
You've clouded me in darkness. Ooh, the Land Speed of Vengeance comes around the corner to have some options. The Land Speed of Vengeance moves forward to make sure it is within 12 of lots of targets. Because this objective is sticky, these bikes are going to zoom over here from behind enemy lines. The plane is doing a strange maneuver. He's going this way round. Oh, all the scenery's in the way. So he can turn the blip off this way, but then also has two options for what he wants to shoot, which is nice for him. Shooting phase with the Dark Angels. I'm now going to shoot my Plasma Storm battery from my Ravenwing. Ravenwing. Land Speed of Vengeance, that's what it's called. I forgot what everything was called for a second there.
Okay.
Into your big 20-man brick. You're not going for your shadowy...
I'm not going to do one with the darkness, no, because I've only got one CP and I want to hold that back to do Return to the Shadows.
Makes sense.
If possible.
Yeah, because also you could get stuff like capturing the outpost and behind, so it probably makes sense to have that flexibility.
Yes.
I have got blast, there's quite a few shots into your these guys.
Yes, you get 4 extra bits with blast.
Yeah, quite nice that.
Okay.
Reroll because Oath of Moment. I do hit you most of the times. To wound you will be, what is your toughness?
3.
It's 2s to wound you here. Ooh. Oh, it is twin linked.
Yeah, oh, good.
That is then 5 wounds at -2.
Well, that's 5 dead then, isn't it?
That's a jolly good start.
Okay.
Right, the heavy bolter. Oath of Moment. Doesn't hit, but that is 2 hits to wound you. That is a single wound at -1.
He dies because it'll be a 6 up.
enough.
So you've killed 6 in the unit so far. 14 remaining.
Very well. Now turn for the Nephilim Jetfire over here. Is going to shoot everything into that big 20-man brick to see if it can stop it up, except the 2 Black Sword missiles that will be going into your Aberrants, again, just to see if I get lucky.
The Nexus is like looking up from his...
Yeah. Cover me, lads! Some good sustain there, but you are my Oath of Moment target, so we'll get some re-rolls.
Okay.
That is 3 bits of sustained.
Oh, nice.
Which is very nice.
Oh, nice.
Right, to wound you here will be 3s.
Yes.
Okay, so come out in the wash a little bit. That is 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds there, -1, damage 2.
Hexes! So I save 1.
Oh, so is that 7?
Yes, so it's another 7 die.
Oh, right, the heavy bolt, it is a twin variety, isn't it? Yes, it is. Hits you all times to wound you. That is 2, it's twin linked, of course, I just said it was twin. 3 wounds from the heavy bolter, again at -1 and damage 2.
Oh, I save another one.
Another 2 dead, so that's 9.
Yeah.
So I've killed 9 there with the Nephilim, now 2 Black Sword missiles into your Aberrants.
Okay.
I've hit you both times. You will be forced to wound because you're tough and 6 and
Yes.
-1 to wound. That is 2
nice.
wounds there. These are at -2.
Okay. So they go straight through, and I'll do the feel no
The
pain.
D6 damage for the first one
Oh, heck.
is 6 damage.
Okay.
6, 4 up, feel no pain.
All right. Believe! Oh, no,
Oh, no.
dead. No, I didn't make 1.
Oh no! But he is dead. The next one, that is another 6. Oh!
By the way, the one that died only had 2 wins anyway, so he's so much trouble. Okay, no, he's dead.
Oh, but it was a good effort
That's
though.
much better, yeah. So you
2
killed
with the
2
Black Sword missiles.
Aberrants.
Oh. We now move on to the Thunder Strike here, which is going to shoot at your Aberrants as well, just to see if I can whittle a few more down. We'll start with the Tracer, Icarus Rocket Pod.
Pods.
Doesn't hit you any times. That's fine, but you are traced. The Las Talon hits you both times. The Las Talon will be forced to wound you here because you're -1 to wound. That is a single wound there on the Las Talon at -3.
Go straight through. How many damage, sir?
The damage is D6 plus 1. That is 5.
Oh, you're rolling big on the damage.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, yes, he's too thick
nicely
to know
done.
that he's dead. So he's got 2 wounds remaining.
too thick to die. Right, the Storm Fury missile. It is a hit because it hits on 2s, which is very nice. To wound you, that is a wound. Again, -3 and D6 plus 1 damage.
Oh, goodness me, you're really putting the big...
Oh, that's 7 damage.
Big stuff into these guys.
I'm too thick to die.
Okay,
It's the only way to bring
How
it down.
stupid are you? Oh no, he's realised you've unseamed him from the nave to the chaps.
The much beleaguered unit of Black Knights that received the Overwatch are now going to shoot into that unit as well. And they are all within 9 of the Planet Man. Not Planet Man.
The Nexus?
Planner Man, that's one of the Nexus.
Planner?
Sorry, the County Council Planner.
Yeah, he's literally looking over Warhammer World.
Yeah, he is. That's the little Easter egg, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
actually Whammy World. That's very, very cool. Right, I'm not overcharging, but will be pleased to hit you re-rolling because OT Moti.
Okay.
There's no sustained or anything, you'll be pleased to know.
Yes.
It will then be 2 to wound you crew toughness 3.
Yes, all toughness 3.
Very well, that is 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds minus 2, I believe, on your neophytes.
Well, that's 7 dead.
Oh.
So that would go 1, 2, 3. So you kill the 5 remaining neophytes and then another 2 wounds into the Nexus. So the Nexus is standing with 1 wound remaining next to the Primus, who's looking on in horror at the remains of his squad.
All these smoking boots on the floor. You did roll for your returning of your men.
They're just dead.
Anywhere else they'd be in bed.
And now they're destined to tunnel crawl in mediocrity. Anyway, moving on.
Right, the Landspeed of Vengeance is going to shoot at the Aberrants. See if I can sort them out.
Oh, yes.
I will.
My hypermorph.
Your hypermorph.
His tail.
Ooh. I will start with proceedings with the Heavy Bolter as a tracer option. Okay. I've hit you all the time. To wound you. That is a wound.
Yeah.
Is it?
So what's your strength?
Okay. 5, so it is 2 wounds there. Yeah, because you have to say, 2 wounds there at -1, damage 2.
Oh no, they both go through. Damage 2.
Damage 2, yes.
First one. He takes a wound. He's got 2 left. Next one. He's got 1 wound left.
Ooh, very nice. Landspeed of Vengeance now, continuing. Plasma Storm Battery into those Aberrants. That is a couple of misses, but it is 3 hits.
And they're Oath of Moments as well, aren't they?
No, they were Oath of Moments.
Oh, of course.
That moment has been fulfilled.
Goodness for that.
They are twin links though.
Yeah.
So that will be 2 wounds on your Aberrants. These are at -3, so it's 4 damage total that has gone through onto that remaining Aberrant on a wound.
I just better roll. Oh no, I need to roll these.
4 up from the pains.
Yes, so batches of 2, yes?
2 damage, so first 2.
Okay.
He is
so
slain.
he is dead, and now the other 2 will go on to the Abominant.
Yes, indeed.
Who is a tough boy, but he does take a wound, so he's down to 4 wounds.
The other squad of Black Knights are now going to shoot at the Abominant.
Yes.
But you did roll quite well when you're bringing people back.
I did. I rolled a 4 on my bring back people table. So
my bring back people table. Yeah.
So the Aberrants are now a blip, and the blip is sat in your corner.
Very nice. I see the blip
anywhere.
there.
Oh, I put it there. It's
I
not in
see
the corner. Yeah.
See the blip.
They're just blips. Please roll your dice.
Right, the Black Knights will go into the Abominant. There's no Oath of Moment or anything here, but they have hit you quite a few times. They've also missed you a few times.
Okay.
So it sort of comes out in the wash, really.
Oh, no.
It will be 4s to wound you here.
Ugh.
That's respectable-ish, sort of. That is just the 4 wounds.
Okay. And what can you tell me about the AP?
-2. But he's only damage 1 because I've been a bit of a wuss and I haven't overcharged.
Okay, here we go. Okay, he takes another 2
He's got 2 wounds left?
He's got 2 left.
I did also shoot my Nephilim jet fighter at your acolytes.
The important thing is there is a man with a flag standing there. Well, sort of a man hybrid.
Man hybrid.
You're kind of moving systematically through the remnants of my army and turning them into bits.
I mean, that is the mantra of the Ravenwing.
Anything to say? Is that what it says in some sort of Gothic Latin on your battle flag?
Yeah, line 2. It's actually on that banner. It says, systematically turning the enemy into bits. And that's the call of the Raven. Ah! Right, I am going to do some charges now. I'm going to charge that jet fighter into the big squad, and then this jet fighter down here into the little squad. The jet fighter over there on the flank is in on an 11.
Comfortably.
Oh, this guy is then going to charge this little squad,
Ooh,
He will be in on a 5.
That's fine.
I'm not expecting to do much in terms of damage, but I'm just trying to block up your guns.
It's a man with a table. I think you'll be fine. He's got 1 wound left as well.
Speed of the Raven, that was quite a savage turn. It was kind of the perfect storm, getting behind enemy lines and capture enemy outposts where I was on the battlefield. Meant it was quite easy to get those secondaries, and then also able to move those servo skulls forward, which means I've got, I think, 18 on the primary, I think 21 maybe on the primary, and then another points for capture and all the rest of it. Someone will have figured it out in the thing, but I scored a huge amount of points that turn, which is quite savage, and the servo skulls are really far up the field now. So we'll have to see where we go. Ed still has some really powerful characters alive, especially that Abominant. He could really duff up some bikes here and lay down some hurt. I just hope I've done enough to sort of stop the blips and spread my army out enough so that I've limited where he can go. So if I can get another turn of good scoring, I might be able to bring this home for the Dark Angels.
Once again, we've lured you into a false sense of security, James.
The thing is you say this, but I'm so unsure of anything I do ever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, sorry.
I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But no, yes.
Yeah. So I do still have 10 acolytes
What's
with demo charges in reserve. I've got 2 CP. I've also got a Reluctus Saboteur.
Nice.
Which is nice because I've got behind enemy lines,
Perfect.
which is really quite doable with things that I have
Especially
on the
with
board
the
and
heat
things
strikes,
that I'm
yeah,
going to bring on. And I've also got Secure No Man's Land, which is less great, but we'll have a little look at that in a sec. With a bellow of rage and pain, the Abominant lumbers towards the Ravenwing, followed closely by the Primus and Mr. Battlethink.
I am going to overwatch the big scary man.
Oh.
I have overwatched you, and I have got 1 wound through that's 2 damage.
Ouch!
I did blow up a bike in the process,
Okay.
but for up on the pains, this doesn't feel like it's going to be triumphant.
Oh, no, it is! Oh, he's dead.
Does he stand back
So
up now?
on a 2-up, he gets back up outside of engagement range, but that's a moot point. And he does get back
Ooh.
up. Just. My acolyte with the banner does an about turn and runs 6 inches over here.
So cute.
So quite a lot has happened.
Yeah, you tunneled, crawled.
Yes. So I changed my mind and I did drop a CP to redraw, and I got a teleport homer.
Which is very nice.
Which is really nice. So I've dropped my Reductus Saboteur on your home objective.
Beep, beep, beep. And it's just planting a giant bomb. It's not a deployed teleport homer. It's
That's
like a
true.
nuke.
And I also brought back 1 acolyte to the banner, rallying behind the banner.
Brought 10 on the board though.
Yeah, and I spent my last CP on tunnel crawlers. I came in on that objective and I hand flamed the unit, which is on my...
You got 13 wounds through the hand flames, which is very nice.
Great. So I was remembering Vile Insurrectionist, so I was really re-rolling 1s to wound, which is good. I killed the Apothecary and the banner biker.
Yes, it's just the champion left alive to face down the Abominant.
Yes.
Kind of cool.
Which is really cool. I'm looking forward to that combat. Now, the demolitions from that squad are going to go into your healthy...
I am using
Raven
high-speed focus here. He will be hitting me on 6s.
Excellent.
I know they are sustained. This is my Raven eyepiece.
Okay, here we go. Hit you on 6s. Through 2 on the floor. I will roll them here.
You can re-roll 1.
So I can see 1 6 here, which will be sustained.
A lot of 2s.
Oh, literally only 1.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's very disappointing.
Maybe you blew your own hands off.
Maybe I did. Oh no! So literally, ladies and gentlemen, cult ambush, demolition charges, 25 of them. Re-rolling 1s, only rolled 1 1, only rolled 1 sustained.
Used all your luck on your hand flamers.
And yes.
Do you wound me?
I do?
Oh yeah, because it's like strength 12, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the AP?
AP 2.
What is the damage?
2 damage.
2 damage?
2 damage. Oh, that's very sad.
I'm afraid he's still alive.
I mean, the hand flamers did really well.
They did
It's not
great.
supposed to go that way. I forgot a sustain, so I've got another wound roll here. Here we go. And it does.
is
There's
a
another
wound.
Another AP 2.
Yep. That does go through. You do kill the bike.
1 bike, still.
Yeah.
Very, very disappointing. So before we enter the charge phase, I fired my pistols into the
end of Point
sky, and as one would expect, done nothing, which is fine. And now it's time for the charge phase. So the Abominant is just going to make it in, roaring into your champion. The Primus is in.
He's very
on
in.
An 8.
Oh, this poor guy.
And the Nexus, WWF star, picks up his battle table.
Look at you.
And makes it in as
he
well.
does
Another
indeed.
respectable 8.
Well, do you know what the little man on the Abominant's base is?
Oh, yes. It's a familiar that does something.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a sec. I've just checked, and familiar on the Abominant's base doesn't do anything.
Oh,
I guess you could use it as a marker to let you know that the regenerating gene mass has happened.
That's cool.
You know, when he was reduced to a puddle of goo.
And then he comes back up. At least we're now familiar with the rules.
Good.
You are now going to make me very familiar with your giant hammer.
Be familiar with my hammer. Hitting you on 3s. Oh, I hit you twice, which is good for
that
the
is
Abominants.
good. That is good. I only have 4 wounds, so if one of these goes through, he could be in a spot of bother.
Wounds! Oh, they both go through. And they are AP 2 each.
Speed of the Raven!
Oh.
1 is saved, but 1 has gone through.
Right.
That is the damage.
D6 plus 1. Kabang!
Oh!
Bosh! Oh!
Oh, he turns him into a paste.
Off he goes!
Takes him straight off the bike.
Oh! Well, there we go. Another fun turn for the Genestealer cult. Bringing in the Acolytes is great. It's good to feel that there's still a bit of teeth and a bit of punch left in the list. Although, bizarrely, the Hand Flamers outperformed the demo charges. Let's just let that sink in for a second. I mean, that is completely bonkers. James did very well to pull that strap, which meant that I was only hitting on 6s, and I just rolled really poorly. But hey, it's all good. The Abominant went in and smashed that last biker unit to pieces, which was really satisfying. But look, we are where we are, and it's now impossible for me to catch up with James. Can't really even score any primaries, to be honest, if we look at the way things are on the board. So therefore, it's time to push the big red button and go for a gambit. I have drawn orbital strike coordinates, which in my head canon is that the Primus or the Patriarch has basically just triggered some cataclysmic chain reaction, which is going to cause the planet to explode if we can pull this off. It's probably going to involve rolling a 12 on 2d6, but you know, stranger things have happened.
I can draw again for the old Dark Angels. I say quite a good draw. I think the way this army works is quite so flexible. Is that I keep getting cards that I'm like, oh, it was good to get it this turn, but I have the movement to do so. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
So I did get no prisoners, which is nice because you have some characters out in the wind now. And I did get an engaginal fronts, which I should be able to get with some little bits of movement. I am on a couple of objectives, so I'll be able to move some servo skulls into opportune areas. I should get quite good scoring again this turn. It's just to see whether or not I can get my secondaries as well. Just on the movement phase for the Ravenwing, again, having that maneuverability has been very nice. I've been able to get in all 4 quarters for engage, which is nice. I also can fall back and shoot because that is my rule, which is very, very nice. So the Nephilim Jetfighter has come around the corner, which has turned off your blip, which is very nice.
It's worth saying that the Reductus Saboteur went boop.
Yeah, she threw grenades in the air,
she
which
did
is very,
4
very cool.
mortal wounds to the Nephilim.
Which is so cool, which I really like. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the shooting phase by shooting the other Nephilim Jetfighter that has fallen back into you. Is it your Nexus?
The guy with the table, yes.
Table man.
He's only got 1 wound left.
So I'm going to shoot 2 Black Sword missiles at him, but then my Avenging Megabolt and all the rest is going to go into the Acolytes because I have put Oath of Moment on them. We'll start with the 2 Black Sword missiles. That is 2 hits.
That is extreme.
What is your toughness?
3. Extreme prejudice.
That is only 1 wound. With
How
the
many
Black Sword
damage?
missile. Does he not have a save?
No.
Oh, it's D6.
Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, more bits.
Oh, everywhere bits. Right, I'll do my Megabolters into your Acolytes.
Okay.
Oh no, I've chucked it on the floor. So these will be the Oath of Moment target.
Okay.
I can reroll those misses. And 1 sustained in there, which should make it a full boost.
These guys are toughness 4.
Very nice. It will be 3s to wound you here. Oh, I don't know what that noise was.
Yep.
It's minus 1 AP. Ooh, that is 5 wounds there on your Acolytes.
5 wounds on my Acolytes. You kill 4, and James, I've just remembered I didn't roll hazard for them, so I'm going to do that right now. And another 2.
Oh no! The heavy bolter. It's all happening.
Okay.
Oh, that is a sustain. So there's 4 shots there. To wound you will be 3s.
Yep.
That is. It is a twin-linked heavy bolter, I believe. Yes, it is indeed. Oh, that's another 3 wounds.
Yeah, another 3. So I think I've got 1 left. You've done 9 wounds.
I have done my Thunderstrike, the Icarus rocket pods did finish off the last Acolyte, and then the Storm Fury and the last Town have gone into your Abominant and done 2 bits of damage.
Yes.
I'm not going to shoot you with my Plasma Talons from the command squad.
By Columba.
You are not oath momented, so there's no re-rolls.
Okay, no sustains.
That's not bad shooting. No sustains,
Okay,
thankfully.
all right.
That's all good.
He's not that relieved.
Yeah. Well, you're forced to wound you here.
Okay. James, that looks like, is that just 3?
That is just 3 wounds. These are at -2.
Okay, so they go straight through.
Just 1 damage, it'll be your 4 up feeling of pain.
I need to make 1 of these, and I do. Oh, make 2, so he goes down to 2
Got 2
wounds.
wounds left. Woo, okay. He has lost another wound
Yes.
because the bodyguard is only active when he has the squad.
He no longer has hulking bodyguards.
No, he's just a hulking monstrosity on his own. Yeah. The other unit of bikers is then also going to shoot rapid fire into him just to see if they can finish him off because he has a wound remaining.
Okay.
Oh, they're getting all tired. They're all quite EP.
Yes.
Right, to wound you will be 3s then because your bodyguard rule is not in effect. That is 3 wounds onto your lone wound abominant.
At AP2?
Yes, at AP2.
So I need to make all 3 of these 4-ups. Oh, the Abominant is Abominant dead! Oh dear.
Oosh.
He lived as he died.
Screaming. Another savage turn. I have concluded the shooting phase. I managed to mop up a few of your characters. The Land Speed of Vengeances sort of teamed up on the Primus, and the one in the far flank managed to deal with a lot of the neophytes, leaving 2 alive.
Yes.
The Nephilim jet fighters then finished off the Saboteur, which does give me quite a lot of points, no prisoners, and I have got the engagement. I do max out there. And then at the end of my turn, I did move the Servo Skulls, move the 2 that can get wholly within your deployment zone to getting the points there, and then moved another within the 12. So again, maxing me out on the primary. So I have pretty much fully maxed the points I can score.
Yes.
It will be a case of now seeing what cards you can get, seeing how many points you can score, and if you get that gambit.
Yeah.
Get that gambit. Get that gambit.
Okay. The speed of the Raven is too much for me. I'm being absolutely annihilated. I have to say, it's always a pleasure to play James.
Likewise,
this has been really fun and a great learning experience for me. And facing the Raven, I've been reading a lot of stuff online about the Dark Angels and their various detachments. This is awesome, and it is an amazing counter to the cult. But, this is League. There are points still to be had.
Points to be scored.
And, there's overwhelming force to be had and also extend battle lines. I should mention that I have picked up and returned to the Shadows the big blob of neophytes, great utility unit. I could tunnel crawl them potentially, and also the tiny unit of acolytes as well. So let's see what I can pull out the bag in this turn.
Top down. Post acolytes healing themselves. Top down.
James.
Yes.
It's a quick turn. It's over very quickly. It was good. I managed to get onto my
good advance
from
the neophytes. That was nice.
And I also tunnel crawled with this awesome unit of neophytes and the Primus. I managed to kill off the remainder of that fight squad, which will get me overwhelming force and
very nice.
Extend battle lines. So 5 and 3. So that's good news. Now I do have this gambit here. Yes. Orbital strike coordinates. Now, just reading the unfortunately,
the blurb.
Reading the blurb, I would need to have some units actually alive to pull that off by battle round 5. Looking at the situation as it is, I don't think that's very realistic. Maybe, but probably not.
I have to start my turn 5. Essentially, at this point, it was a case of just going for the jugular, talons on the neophyte's mind gap. I did manage to sort of finish everything off.
Yes.
Which was pretty savage.
Handily.
Between the bikes getting rapid fire on the big squad, also having an Avenger Mega Bolter and the Plasma Storm battery, there's just so much blast and so much firepower going into them, and a lot of stuff you weren't getting saves against, so they whittled them down quite quickly. The Thunderstrike managed to help finish off the Primus, and then also with help from the small arms fire, killed the neophytes on the objective, and then the jet fighter and the Plasma Storm battery over here managed to finish off the acolytes. So it's a pretty savage turn.
Yeah.
It does mean that unfortunately does turn off your orbital strike. But do you want to roll the dice anyway?
Well, let's see if the orbital strike would have worked.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have to have units on the board, but on a double 6. Oh, it would have been really good. So if I had a unit alive
and in a
on
corner.
a corner, and I saved a CP to bring up, That
Yeah, 'cause
would have
yeah.
meant that I would have got an extra 30 points. But hey, you had such a lead anyway. You've maxed out.
Man.
But it would have been a respectable score.
Would have been.
nonetheless.
It completely made sense.
James, that was super
dude.
fun.
Thank you very
and
much.
I think,
I
to your credit, I think that was a demonstration of how to table someone, but also make it a really enjoyable experience.
I'm glad.
And that was great, man. Thank you so much.
Oh man, no, I always enjoy playing our games, man. It's really, really fun. I always find League's quite tricky. You have to kind of go for the kill when you can.
Yes.
But also having that extra 300 points has just leveled this list up so much. Being able to have access to the land speed Avengers as well as all the bikes has really made a difference. So I think that sort of helped the Ravenwing out quite a lot there. But again, a ton of fun playing, my good sir, so thank you very much. And thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. It helps us out loads. If you are interested in more League stuff, the rest of the heats are available on demand right now, so check that out. Check that out. And if you haven't already, you can sign up to the League and play your own games. Score points in our League and be on the leaderboard. And we'd love to have you there because you're all such an amazing community. So it'd be great to see you all in the League having fun, playing with your friends and scoring points. That was very fun, Ed. Thank you very much. I've had a lovely time. You've all had a lovely time. And until next time, I've been the Bard. You have been Mr. Second Ed.
I have.
Our illustrious Servo Skull has been Jinx.
Boop, 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 boop.
Not the Jinx, just Jinx. You have all been bosses. We have been Tabletop Tactics, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.